Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Hopefully we're going to be able to make a difference in the world. You know, we don't want people to have to go through the experiences that we did.
A former choir teacher is convicted for sex crimes in Oakland County. Tonight, survivors are sharing their story. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pamela Osborne. Prosecutors say 44-year-old Jason DeBant groomed students for sex while teaching in the Clarenceville School District. They say the charges stem from incidents that happened from 2012 to 2015. In 2020, several students came forward with the allegations, and in 2021, DeBant was charged with 5 counts of criminal sexual conduct. On Friday, he was convicted on all charges. Jacqueline Francis is live tonight with reaction from survivors. Jacqueline.
Kate Estep and Victoria Langlois are incredibly brave and impressive women. Up until now, they've been anonymous, but decided to share their stories today for the first time, hoping it'll encourage other survivors of sexual assault to come forward.
JD was a very common, he was never just Mr. DeBant.
I called him Mr. DeBant, but he asked me not to.
From the beginning, Jason DeBant was a very different kind of teacher to Kate Estep and Victoria Langlois. DeBant was a choir teacher at Clarenceville High School. He also oversaw the school plays, where he grew close to many of his victims.
We were so young, we were so influential at the time.
Kate and Victoria were both 16 years old when they met DeBant. They're now in their mid-20s.
Came home one night after play practice at like 10 p.m. and I was in my room in bed, like getting ready to go to bed, and he texted me, "I love you." And I remember like being so taken aback and like pushing back and being like, "No, you don't." And he like reconfirmed it. He's like, "Yes, I do."
Their relationship grew sexual. Kate would go over to his house in Berkeley. Victoria says it was her junior year when she began sexting with DeBant. Once she turned 18, it became physical. In 2020, multiple students came forward with allegations against their former teacher.
Because I was, unfortunately, naive enough when I was a child to believe that I was the only person that had this special relationship with Jason.
Yeah, we all did.
And then all of a sudden, bam, there's 8 of us that have had this relationship with Jason in some form of another.
He was charged with 5 counts of criminal sexual conduct. The incidents taking place between 2012 and 2015. Earlier this month, the trial began, and just yesterday, an Oakland County jury delivered a guilty verdict, convicting DeBant on all 5 charges.
I'll never forget when he was found guilty. I looked at him in the eye, and he looked at me too. And he shook his head no. Like I'd just done something wrong, and all I did was shake my head back, yes. This is what I did, and this is where you are. And then I watched him get handcuffed, and I watched him walk out of that courtroom.
The former teacher had been out on bond since the charges were filed, so last night was his first time spending the night behind bars. He will be formally sentenced on June 6. Reporting live in Livonia, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. Our other top story is the weather on a wet Saturday across Metro Detroit. Forewarned meteorologist Ron Hilliard joins us now with a look at just how long this rain is going to stick around. Ron?
It's been cool, wet, and windy out there. Looking at a ZachTrack 4D radar, you see the motion of these showers. They're moving up to the northeast. What's happening right now is a cool air mass is going to come in our area, so these temperatures are tumbling right now. Let's take a closer look at some of these rain showers across the area. Let's zoom on in. We're seeing some of those showers now in some of our eastern communities of Wayne County, going over toward the Grosse Pointe, over toward Harper Woods, East Point, St. Clair Shore, Sterling Heights, Macomb Township. Let's travel over toward the west. Some of these showers in northern portions of Oakland County as you get over toward Ortonville into the Fenton area and into Genesee County and Lapeer County. So these showers continue. We've been seeing even some rumbles of thunder across the area. These showers will be winding down over the next few hours. So right now, those temperatures cooling on down drastically as that colder air mass moves into our area. The difference between right now and yesterday at this time, some 10 to 15 degrees in interior portions of the state as you get more to the western areas. So right now we have those clouds moving through the area, some showers, cooler in some of the areas that have already seen that cold front moving through. Right now it is 50 in Detroit, 42 in Howell, 45 in Pontiac, and Adrian coming in at 45. Those winds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusts even higher. So over the next several hours this evening, those showers continue. They're winding down, though. We will have cold temperatures tonight, and that could mean some patchy frost for some of us across the area. Cool tomorrow, mostly cloudy, and some sprinkles will linger into the area. If you want to track these showers as they're moving across southeast Michigan, all you have to do is download the Forewarn weather app. You can check the exact Track 4D radar and the hour-by-hour forecast whenever and wherever you want. It's free on both Apple and Android. Just search WDIV.
A wrong-way driver is to blame for a deadly crash in Detroit. It happened around 1 this morning on the Lodge Freeway at Livernois. Police say a 56-year-old man was driving north in the southbound lanes. They say he crashed into a sedan driving northbound, causing that car to hit another car. Police say the 56-year-old man was killed instantly, and the driver of the sedan was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The driver of the third vehicle was not hurt. U.S. Rep. Dan Kildee is out of a hospital after a successful surgery to remove a cancerous tumor. This morning, Kildee left George Washington University Hospital, that's in Washington, D.C. He stepped down for a few weeks after a scan found a small cancerous tumor in one of his tonsils. He was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma, which his office says is serious but curable. Kildee represents the 8th Congressional District, including Flint, Saginaw, and Midland. Reactions are coming in from President Biden and other political figures following the Supreme Court's decision to allow an abortion pill to remain widely available on the market. Appeals are playing out right now in the lower courts. That drug has been on the market for more than 20 years. And as Shelley Molashi reports, now many are wondering what's next in that legal battle.
We need to not let politicians and judges try to make it illegal.
It's a striking victory for abortion rights advocates in the continuing battle over abortion. A stay from the Supreme Court late Friday means medication abortion drugs, specifically the drug mifepristone, will remain available in the U.S. without restrictions in states where abortion is legal. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris applauded the High Court's decision, with the VP saying, "Our administration will not waver in our commitment to preserving access to essential medication and defending the FDA's ability to approve safe and effective drugs." While their votes were not disclosed, Justice Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito made their dissent public. CNN Supreme Court reporter Ariane DeVogue explained more on Alito's thinking.
He said that he did not think that these patients would be harmed for now if the restrictions were left in place because the appeals process is going to continue.
The case now goes back to the Fifth Circuit Federal Appeals Court, with a 3-judge panel set to hold a hearing on May 17th and then issue a decision sometime after.
We will have to make sure that they don't do the wrong thing, and we will do everything we can to preserve the right of women to receive this drug. They deserve it. They need it.
I'm Shelley Molashi reporting.
A ruling from a judge in Texas earlier this month would have suspended the 23-year-old FDA-approved drug and would have also prevented patients from receiving that pill through the mail. We're still working on much more here at 6. Here's Priya.
Following Ramadan for the first time ever, the city of Dearborn is hosting its first ever Eid brunch. We'll take you behind the scenes as hundreds attended.